Hi, Elle Ingalls this morning, running out here after my workout to start a Facebook Live series this week. Each day I'm going to focus on something else to do with health for you, share some tips as usual, and mostly just provide some eye-opening information for you. Yesterday, I work every day of the week because to me pressure-free is not work. I open up my calendar specifically when I don't have family events or other things going on so that people can sign in for a strategy session with me. And I gave 2 strategy sessions yesterday to 2 different people of different ages, different genders, and it was just eye-opening for me to learn from them and help share with them, what pressure-free is all about and how it can help take them to the next place they want to be. Good morning, Kelly. So glad you're on here with me. Please put a comment in if you're here. That's how I can see you too. Sometimes it tells me that you're joining. Like, heart, share. We're going to talk about some really serious things. I will try to make it light because that's a part of pressure-free. Anytime we worry, that really changes everything for us. I'm learning more and more as I do more and more research on worry, anxiety, what it does for the brain. I heard a statistic this morning that if you are a worrier, do feel anxiety in a chronic way, that it takes 2 years off of your life. So these emotions and these feelings that you have, they are real, but we can do something about them, and that's part of what pressure-free is about. This morning, I want to concentrate on brain health. It's a fascinating subject for me. I have watched so many of my clients move into a much healthier brain in terms of usage, so they're able to store information better, access information better, and retrieve it when they need to. So test anxiety becomes a thing of the past. And also brain health in general, as far as getting to solution, being able to solve your problems instead of wallowing in the worrying. And that's another thing that is incredible when you start to use the pressure-free tools specifically for the mind. So I built a whole session in my course just on the mind tools. And those tools are to help you burst through something called the upper limit problem, and also move your dial wherever you are in negative mindset to positive mindset, move that to more positive mindset. Oh, good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Tim. Thank you for being here. Thank you for this love and these hearts. Tim, we're going to be talking later today, my accountability partner. I'm in a huge coaching program right now, and Tim is my partner, and thank goodness he helps keep me very accountable. So here we go. How can stopping the release of stress hormones help your brain health? So I'm going to just share a couple of things for you. Hopefully they will be eye-opening. When we trigger the fight, flight, or freeze stress response for any reason, so usually it's an emotion like feeling angry or anxious or annoyed or ashamed. So if you feel any of those, good morning, Amy. Actually, you're in Hawaii, so you're a long ways away. And hi, Amy Davis. Thanks for joining. So when you trigger these emotions, they have a profound effect on your brain health. You're going to wick fat and glucose from your neurons and bring it to the center of your body so you have a massive amount of energy to fight, flee, or freeze. And so your neurons become extremely weak. One neurobiologist that I follow says it's like you're lining them all up on an edge of a cliff, and it just takes the slightest change in blood pressure and they're dying. So when you hear about plaques building up for trauma to the brain, we build plaques simply by going into fight or flight. And that's why we see such an epidemic of dementia and Alzheimer's going on, is because people have been worrying way too much in the last few decades. And it's catching up with us. And now you're seeing early onset dementia and early onset Alzheimer's. People in their 40s and 50s coming down with chronic diseases that used to happen much later in life. And it's because of our stress-based society. So every time we release these hormones, we're building plaques. That's one way to think of it. Because when you go into fight or flight, your blood pressure is going to increase. So that puts trauma on these cells. So what happens when we stop? When you stop releasing stress hormones, and you really have to go an entire day to stop the stress cycle from impacting your brain. So that's what I help people do with my coaching. I help you go an entire day without triggering. When you do that, your brain will start to flourish. You're going to be able to access information better, store it better, and that can really help students in test situations. You know, especially if you have a student who's studying really hard and they're really working hard to learn, and then they go into the testing situation and they don't show what they really know because they've gone into fight or flight. Not only have we weakened the brain cells, but we shut down the cortex. So we shut down that hippocampus in the back of the brain here. This is your thinking and remembering. And then your prefrontal cortex is your decision making, your executive function. So both of those shut down somewhat when we go into fight or flight. So it's hard to make decisions, which is why even true-false questions and multiple choice questions can be difficult. And it's hard to bring up information. So let's say you're now a professional and you're going to give a speech or talk to people in a meeting, and you know all your statistics, you know your information cold, but then you go in, you're a little bit shaky, you feel your face turn red, and suddenly you can't remember. You're messing up, and it's a terrible feeling. Now you feel embarrassed. So you've done the shame thing. So ashamed is one of those emotions that will have you trigger again. So most of us are triggering these hormones many, many times a day. When I was honest with myself, just getting ready in the morning, I probably triggered them like 5 or 6 times. So it's constantly in a stress hormone cycle. So I was fairly functioning. I thought I was doing pretty well, but really I wasn't. And it wasn't until I actually became pressure-free that my mind started to truly move into what I call the genius zone. I was now free to use all of my capabilities. I could memorize music in minutes that used to take me months, mostly because I doubted myself. Doubt will take you out of the game too. Doubt will spin those anxious feelings and cause us to release the stress hormones. So brain health, if that's something that's important to you, please private message me, or I'm going to be doing a live webinar next Monday, but there's no reason to wait. If you want to have a private session with me, a strategy session that's complimentary, so I can learn more about your situation to see if I could be helpful to you, then go ahead and go right to my website. It's pressure-free.com or lingalls.com. And both of those websites will get you right to both of those domain names will get you right to my website, and on my website there's a link where you can just click and access that online calendar that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So actually put that right out there for people so they can then pop on right away. You know, stress is harming you at an far more alarming rate than you could even know. And even if you're a pretty calm person, like I thought I was, you're still releasing stress hormones, and we need to stop that. And yeah, Amy, you're so right. Doubt will take you out of the game. Thanks for commenting on that. That's so true. We will doubt. In fact, many of my clients, when they first come to work with me in that strategy session, they're so skeptical because they've been living in anxiety and doubt for a long time. There's a lot of skepticism. But because my method is based on science, it works. It can work for anyone of any age. It's based on science. It's not anything but science, really. And so my coaching is really profound that way. So don't delay, just jump and act. Don't sit on the fence. Many people will sit on the fence for months before working with me. I started a new client last week who, back in, I think it was February, thought she would like to work with me and then delayed, and now she's like so happy. So don't delay, get off the fence, click, private message me, get on that strategy session. Let's just see if this is a good fit for you. I don't pressure people at all. Everything I do is pressure-free, and my clients know that. So pressure-free is the name of the game, because anytime we have anxiety or worry or tension, it's going to harm our bodies and our mind. And today we really concentrated on brain health for you. If you're watching this in the replay, thank you so much for jumping on. I know a lot of people do. It takes bravery to put a comment down below here, but if you learned something, if there was something profound that you learned, some people will see this post and they'll see a comment, and the comment will be the thing that oh yeah, Amy. Amy's in with me now. That's fantastic, Amy. Don't delay. Yeah, put a comment on here. It could trigger for someone, okay, I need to check this out. I don't bite. I'm a University of Michigan grad, but I'm not a Wolverine. I'm not going to bite you. So jump on board. See if this is a good fit for you. And tomorrow, what am I talking about tomorrow? I get a little card here I brought a cheat sheet. Yes, tomorrow we're going to do heart health. heart health and stress fat. So every day for the next 7 days, I'm actually coming on here and doing a Facebook Live after my workout. I'm in my workout clothes here, doing this little Facebook Live to bring you some information about how stress affects you in some way. And certainly brain health is on a lot of people's minds. I just want to share one more thing because I'll be going to an open house of one of my pressure-free grads this weekend. And it is so tremendous what we did together. He actually came to me when he was only 12 and came to me for athletic performance, but we worked academically. I'm not sure if at the same time, Amy just asked the same time. I will give you 1 hour and a 10-minute warning, typically about this time, maybe a little earlier when I'll do this post tomorrow. So back to this person that I helped. He was getting all C's and D's, basically, and he didn't tell me that. I didn't know about that because we were working on his athletic performance. And so we worked together, and after 2 weeks, he came to me for the second or third session, I guess it was, and he said, "Hey, does this help with school? Because I'm getting better grades." And I said, "Absolutely." So he started improving his grades all to A's and B's. I think he's now a straight A student because he's graduating with honors from his high school this year and going on to college. If he had stayed in that CD pattern, would he be achieving that? I don't think so. So he's a brilliant boy. Everyone is. We all are brilliant, but we will get stuck. Anxiety, stress will get us stuck. So we relieved that for him. And I remember seeing him 2 years ago at a cross-country meet, and he was all muddy. He gave me a huge hug, and we both got really muddy after that race. And in his pocket of his running shorts was my business card. My business card from so long ago, it would be 4 years, because he was 12 when we started and 16 when I saw him. So he still had his business card with me. That was truly amazing. Oh, some people are hearting me. It's Amy. Thank you, dear. That business card was in his shorts. It was all ragged, so I gave him a new one because it was updated with a few more tools. But literally for 4 years, he was carrying it around with him. And he had shown me early on that he took his favorite hockey player out of his pocket. He had a little plastic case, and he put my business card in there. So pressure-free tools really work. They can work for people of any age. I hope you'll jump on, have a strategy call with me, and learn how this could make a difference in your life. So I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to talk about heart health and stress fat. Stress is called the silent killer for a reason, and I'm going to debunk all that tomorrow for you and show you why. So have a fabulous pressure-free day. Thank you, George, and thank you, Bruce, for coming on here. Fabulous to see so many people on. And I'm really excited to do these Facebook Lives for you. Have a great one. Bye.